Hi, I'm Ben and I'm a member of one of the Fife Children's Parliament groups. We are all 13 now and these are the last few months of the group. In this film project we've broken down into 3 groups to each make a short film about what kind of things are important to us when it comes to children's rights.
This is the set of our I Am Me production. The story of I Am Me is about a girl. She's writing in her diary. It's a lot of disturbing images about her own self-confidence in her own life, and you can see that there's obviously something wrong that she's not talking about. She just can't talk about it. She feels she has no one to talk about it with.
A couple of months ago we did a sort of brainstorm session where we had the big cardboard storylines, and my group came up with one about it would be a dark room and you don't actually see the person's face, and at the end they reveal their face, and that's really how we built up from that.
I hate being me, you know what I mean? Instead of that, you could put why do people treat me like this? Why can't I be different or something like that instead of.
So you want to change the language?
We want the film to show folk what it's like to be a teenager and tell folk a bit more about discrimination so they kind of know what it kind of feels like if they've not experienced it.
Quite realistic. I think a lot of girls from quite a young age feel like that for a lot of time, and they usually come to their senses a bit older, but it's sort of our age, it's usually a lot of people feel that way.
Beth, this is the scene where you're writing about in your diary journal about how the way you feel, and we just need you to scribble a wee bit and look quite depressed, really. And my job was director. As director, I had to organise people. I had to shout action and cut when it was the correct time. When it came to telling the actors and actresses what to do and how to feel about certain scenes. Really lonely, and you could be feeling slightly depressed, maybe slightly angry, and overall really sad. Yeah, we're good to go.
I was the actor for the day and it was very tiring, to be honest. It was fun but tiring, yeah. I had to sit around for quite a lot of the time waiting for everyone to tell me what to do, and when the cameras were finally rolling I had to obviously act.
My job was DOP, which stands for Director of Photography. It was fun to learn what you had to do with the camera and everything. It was hard at the start, but once you get used to it, it's a lot better. It's a lot easier to use the camera and to set it up and get the right angles in it.
My job was to be the sound man, and I had to kind of record all the sound, and I think I've got to find some of the added sounds which we didn't have on the day but would be good to add into the movie as well.
I'm Christy and I was the first assistant director. I had to use the clapperboard and get everyone ready, and no one was allowed to go out the room unless they asked me or move or do anything really. So I was sort of in charge a little bit.
Quiet please, we're going for a take. Scene 1, take 2, slate 4.
Action.
Like, I've done like home movies with my own video camera at home, but nothing is like proper and stuff. It's really, it's a lot of fun.
Filmmaking's a lot harder than I thought it was. It's a lot like busier, like, and there's a lot more things to do. I thought it was just sitting down talking in front of a camera, but it's not. It's like you've got so much detail, like the sound man, and then you've got directors and first assistants, and it's really complicated compared to what I thought it was, and it took us like a whole day to do, what, 50 seconds?
Oh no, go back. And then play.
That one?
Yeah, do it. Do you want to do that one?
Yeah.
And then when he gets to the eye, so just have it to there.
We kind of wanted to kind of get out a certain message out to the general public and kind of show some of it, kind of show a product of us just going off once a month or something. So instead of just having them not seeing any result, we want to give them something to see, and also we wanted to get across a rather important message as well.
The message I want people to take from the film is like it's okay to be different, and you should just let people that are different be who they are, really.
Bye Bobby, Mummy needs to go out for a while.
Sound ready? Take 1.
Today we've been rehearsing for the film. It's called Bobby Has a Right. I was the director, and it was quite hard. It was quite hard being the director, but it was fun as well because you got to tell like basically people think that you're the big boss and all that.
So just like you're hesitant to try and people up.
I told the actors how to act and things like that, and how they should portray their feelings and things like that.
Take as much time as you want.
My job as the actor feels like funny but boring, but you still can't stop laughing when people are behind the camera smiling.
I got a bit tiny. No, that way. That way, there. Right.
Camera ready.
My job is the cameraman. I chose to be the cameraman because I like using the camera, and it's really cool, and you get paid a lot of money if you're a real cameraman. A cameraman is probably the most important person in it because he's the one that films it all. He's the one that makes up the camera movement and the camera brightness, the camera settings.
Action.
My job on the film is sound.
You have to put your headphones on and hold the boom pole up quite high so it's like at their mouth, and you could hear everything. You could hear folk whispering as well, but it gets quite tiring on your arms as well when you're holding it up.
Scene 1, take 1, slate 1.
My job today has been the assistant director, where I've been using the clapperboard and helping out the actors, making sure everybody knows what they're doing and everybody's ready to take the scenes.
Scene 1, take 3, slate 2.
Action. Filming's all about teamwork and learning like how to work in a group as well.
Sometimes a lot of people get frustrated doing it, but I think that also it brings you closer together as well, because you have to work together.
I learned today that it's not as easy as people may think. People may think you just go in, touch the camera and everything's okay, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of rehearsals.
You have to have a script and a plot line and people, and it has to like fit well, and everything has to be like in a sequence, things like that.
I like working with the actor just to like know that you're putting your bit into the film and like you're making your mark on it. The story's about a young woman who's smoking and she's drinking and stressed out. Her life just doesn't make sense to her anymore and she's just can't be bothered with it.
She's quite depressed and things like that. She isn't really in control of her life. She's quite young, and that she's facing a lot of things, and a lot of people would probably like slate her for her lifestyle and things like that, but you've got to realise that she's got rights as well. We chose this story because we thought it was the most effective to get out our message, and that there was obviously a few candidates, but we chose something that we thought that would help get our message out to other people other than the people of Children's Parliament.
It really stands out and it's got a kind of unique message
Bye, Bobby. Mummy needs
that I think will make people really think harder.
We've been in Children's Parliament for 2.5 years, and next year is our last year. And this part of the movie is just show it to get our message out.
I think it's important because it gets our message a point and shows that we do have a say and we have the right to say what we think, and it just shows that we're here and this is what we can do.
Whoa!
Scene 4, take 1, slate 2.
Today we've been filming our advert. It's called I Want To. It's about a girl who just does whatever she wants for a whole day and then it results in something bad.
Scene 5, take 5, slate 3.
I'm the first assistant director, so I've got to make sure that the cast are here and that all the equipment's been set out and that everyone knows what they've got to do and
control the set basically.
Camera ready?
Camera ready. Camera rolling.
Sound ready? Scene 5, take 1, slate 4.
Action! My job in the film's director. The most important thing is communication because you need to talk to everyone, you need to tell them and they need to tell you if something's wrong.
My name is Calvin and my job is sound. This is my sound mixer, that's my boom and that's the microphone and these are my headphones. I hear things louder because the microphone, if you point it to something you can hear it, like the girls outside, all the doors are shut, there's no windows open but I can still hear them because the microphone is so strong that you can hear it more clearly and you can hear the river go past and the trees and the wind.
Sound ready?
Ready.
Camera rolling.
My job is an actor and I've to listen to the AD, the director, and I've got to act. Easy but like hard at the same time because there's like emotions in that and it's like hard to smile when you're like no happy and then it's like hard to be sad as well.
My job was cameraman. The cameraman operates the camera. He moves it around to get like different shots according to the director. So you cannot tell me to adjust what shots I'm taking. I think the most important thing is getting the right angle, getting the right point of view, because if you don't have the right angle, it's not going to be a very good scene.
Sound ready?
Ready!
Scene 5, take 2, slate 4.
This story is to do with children's rights because it shows that children have got to have a sense of stability but also be their own person and be free, like when you go out to play and stuff. But then like they have to have like the kind of adult backbone to give them guidance.
In one of the scenes, she gets up for a breakfast and she's really happy because she's having ice cream for breakfast and you don't see anybody there, which gives you the idea that there is nobody there to care for her.
It would be good to do what your mum, but like you've still got to have boundaries and like rules. That's why your mums and dads are there, just to like make sure that you're safe and like you're not doing anything bad.
Scene 3, take 1, slate 1.
I think I'd be really upset because like there's nobody there to be with you and then like you just still be yourself and like you just do what you want.
It's got a lot to do with children's rights. It fits into the right being safe and cared for. We need to be safe, we need parents to care for us.
We were lucky enough to be chosen for the Children's Parliament and we're like representing loads of children like all over Fife. So it's important that we need to get our message across to know what we want and what we think and what we want to happen in our community and with the government and stuff and our rights.